BMW R12, $12,345. The 2024 R12 is instantly recognizable as a BMW, with its horizontally mounted tubes sticking out on either side. The R9T's 1170cc Air, oil-cooled boxer twin reportedly pumps out 95 horsepower at 6,500 revolutions per minute, but it also has one of the more fetching one-piece steel trellis frames, not to mention some pretty snazzy steel for the tank. It has short fenders, a low seat height of 29.7 in 45mm inverted forks, and a cruiser-friendly 19/16 wheel combination. The feature set on the R12s includes dual 310mm discs and 4-piston caliper brakes up front, a 6-speed transmission, and a shaft drivetrain with 2 riding modes. But if you're dead set on engaging the just giant HDs, you can always move up to BMW's genuinely burly and traditionally styled R18. Ducati Diavo V4, $27,195. We use the term loosely here, but the Ducati Diavo is arguably the most extreme replacement for a Harley cruiser we can name, and even at that we're not convinced it meets the definition of a cruiser. But despite its polarizing aesthetics, the Gran Turismo V4 engine boasts 1,158 cc and 168 horsepower and 93 pound-feet of torque to make this bike one hell of a beast. Milwaukee, just get your mind right. The most recent electronics are also fitted in the Italian Stallion, using a 6-axis IMU to track the roll, yaw, and pitch angles of the engine. The feature menu includes but is not limited to 4 riding modes: traction control, cruise control, and cornering ABS. Honda Rebel 1100, $9,549. The biggest Rebel is a motorcycle that somehow pulled off a seriously hardcore set of up-to-date hardware with sexy classic bobber styling. Throttle-by-wire with traction control, cruise control, 4 riding modes, an available automated dual-clutch transmission, ABS, and more, not what you would equate with Spartan equipment. Expect a 1083cc liquid-cooled parallel twin pumping out approximately 80 horsepower to provide plenty of punch, wrapped up in a fashionably designed package boasting a low seat height, blacked-out aesthetic, and center-mounted controls. Indian Scout Classic, $13,999. If you're one of those riders looking for that classic American-style V-twin cruiser not hailing from Milwaukee, then you should look at the Indian Scout. It is especially true this model year because Indian's best-selling series gets quite an overhaul for the 2025 model year. New features include an all-new steel frame, an all-new liquid-cooled Speed Plus 1250 V-twin, which Indian claims delivers 105 peak horsepower, and many other upgrades. The Scout Classic, with its heavy dosage of chrome, wide fenders, low seat height, wire wheels, and relaxed ergonomics, will be the most appealing to most American cruiser riders. There are 5 versions for 2025, most of which should be ready by now. Kawasaki Vulcan 900 Custom, $9,899. It's no secret the V-twin-powered cruiser segment of motorcycling is one of very few that continues to defy the advancing doom facing so many other motorcycle segments. The 900 Classic and 900 Custom classically were first introduced to the marketplace in the 2000s. The 903cc V-twin mill doles out a wave of bottom-end power, and both bicycles have grown synonymous with no-nonsense V-twin style. White-wall tires on spoked wheels combine with broad handlebars and floorboards, while adding a twin-tone paint on the Vulcan 900 Classic for added upscale ride appeal. The Vulcan 900 Custom sports more street-ready touches like slanted twin pipes, drag handlebars on step-ups, A higher, thinner front tire with distinctive spoke design and a darker, more menacing paint job. Suzuki Boulevard M109R, $15,699. The Suzuki Boulevard M109R has survived several metric cruiser battles in the mid-2000s and best characterizes the muscular cruiser side both in looks and performance. With its headlamp nacelle and curving seat cowl, this is definitely not your everyday bike. Driven by a 1,783cc 54-degree V-twin, this should be nothing but a beast. If that weren't enough, the 240mm back tire really makes it the cherry on top. But if all that is just too much for you, Suzuki's much more docile Boulevard C50 middleweight can show you a softer ride in a more classic format. Balanced fenders, floorboards, buckhorn-style handlebars, fat tires, and beefy forks hint toward the classic style of this bike. Triumph Bonneville Bobber, $13,995. There are some other bobbers around, but Triumph seems to hit that sweet spot better than most as far as melding form and function. We've said it before, and we'll say it again. The Bonneville Bobber's a joy to be aboard thanks to its low seat and easy-to-reach componentry dance floor Brembo brakes, excellent Showa forks, and powerful 1,200cc liquid-cooled parallel twin pumping out the same amount of torque and horsepower with much more grace. That neat rear end is courtesy the floating seat. Said seat helps make the bobber feel fleet, agile, and minimal. Conspiring in its favor is the thick black rubber availed by the 16-inch wire-spoked wheels. You'll be leaving your passenger at home, though. Yamaha Bolt R-Spec, $8,899. Is this the last Yamaha cruiser? Yes. The Bolt R-Spec is the last surviving member of Yamaha's once remarkable Star Cruiser division if you exclude the antiquated and terribly underpowered 250cc beginning motorcycles. But the Bolt has managed to hang in there for a reason. That sexy V-twin layout, low seat height, pretty powerful 942cc air-cooled V-twin motor, and well-deserved reputation for being ultra-easily customizable don't hurt. The 2024 Yamaha Bolt R-Spec also brings LED lights, a rear shock, 12-spoke cast wheels, a single seat, and a little street style at a pretty reasonable price if you hadn't noticed.